guys, welcome back. This is another. We had one not too long ago, but now we're really getting close to the season, so some regularity will definitely happen. Preseason's kind of underway. Football season's kind of slowly ending, and college. Kids are taking college visits, getting ready for the recruiting stuff. A lot of stuff's going on. Have you been following anything in the wrestling world? And have what stands out? I mean, obviously yesterday there's some big news of
Yeah.
Bo Bassett is going to Virginia Tech. He
and his brother.
Yeah, and his brother. So that they went from Iowa to free
Well,
agents to Virginia Tech, but
the Miller kid hadn't committed anywhere before, right?
no. But from what I understood, it was like a little bit of like a
Package
package
deal.
deal. They wanted to go to the same place and stuff. So, um, yeah,
That'd be
Virginia
good
Tech.
for
Yeah,
Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I was
You know, I like
thinking the
Virginia Tech.
same thing. I mean, they're always a solid program, and bringing in two
Always.
big guys there, you can build around, and
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully they become another really good program that competes.
Right.
yeah. Well, locally we've had some guys take some visits, some Hananiga guys. They've been out and about, and yeah. So I was talking to somebody yesterday about kind of the season preview and seeing the conference, the NIC-10 conference specifically. Hananiga obviously will be coming back as the favorites. They were state runner-ups last year. They lose three seniors, right? Is that the only three? I'm trying to think. T.J.
No,
Silva, Kurt
four.
Smith,
I lost
and
five.
oh, you
They
name them
lost their
off.
90. They lost their 215 pounder.
Okay.
He was just a solid kid too. And
Yep.
then I think they lost 5 guys total.
I got it. But they still have three nationally ranked guys and a few others that are in the mix for top in the state. So
Yeah, and there's a couple of kids that went through kids club and are good, solid wrestlers that didn't wrestle for a year. They spent, put a lot of time into football, and they both are starting in football right now. But I've heard that they're going to come back and wrestle, and that would fill like heavyweight in 95 or 215.
okay.
It would be great. Would help them immensely.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to that. Some of these guys, like I said, some of the guys have been taking visits. Guys like Jackson Olson, the Cassiopes, Sindel, they're out and about looking for what's coming next. Senior will be Jackson Olson is going to be the senior, correct? He's the senior.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
I think he finished off last season really well, and yeah, looking
He's
forward
tougher
to
than shit.
see how he takes into this next season.
Quick
Otherwise,
question for you.
yep,
One question. Did Silva go anywhere?
yes. So TJ's at a junior college. I don't know the name of it, but it's a pretty prominent junior college right now.
What state?
I can't tell you the state. I don't really know the
Okay.
name. Somebody sent me because we were joking. If you look, somebody sent me the bio of the. When you look for him, and the bio says that Jay Taft and Tyler DeMoss were his head wrestling coaches.
sounds about right.
Yeah, so I don't know if TJ did that to be funny or if somebody just wasn't very good at their due diligence. But yeah, so TJ's out there wrestling. Kurt Smith and Demo, they're not wrestling, or are they?
No, I don't think they are.
Yeah,
Well, I thought Demo was going to go out to an engineering school in Colorado.
okay, he might have. I did.
Colorado School of Mines or whatever, maybe I think it
Okay,
is.
well they do have
Yeah,
wrestling there, so
yeah. I didn't. I think, and
Hmm.
I thought I heard that. What's the other guy? The 90 pounder.
Kurt
What's his
Smith
name again? Yeah, Kurt Smith. I thought. Did he go to Notre Dame?
again.
That's what I heard. The
No,
last
yeah,
thing. Oh,
yeah. Nobody followed up, sent me out any updates.
yeah.
But yeah, they're out there, and I had another thought that
Right.
eluded me. But go ahead, make names.
The other kid. They get their
Oh, Max
57 pounder.
Haskins. He's at Whitewater.
Yeah, he went to Whitewater.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a
Silva
great
went
thing.
to Indian Hills.
Okay, that's what it is.
Is that in Iowa?
I believe so.
I think it is. Yeah.
Have they
I think
updated
they
the
are
bio?
Indian Hills. What we got?
Well, so Honolulu again. Just looking at the conference, Honolulu's coming back. They're going to be tough. I think there's some other kids in the area that are in the conference wise. Rockford East, I think, has the second best. I would say probably the second best team. They've got two or three guys that are coming back, returning state qualifiers and state placers. That's pretty good for the NIC-10. And yeah, I'm interested to see if any of these other programs kind of have some growth. Do you guys have any info on any of them? McNames over at Belvedere. I know Landon again, qualifier guy who's been coming to the gym. Landon Van Acker.
I think they have just being there and talking to a lot of kids. There's a lot of young kids, freshmen that are interested in wrestling that wrestled, junior high and club. That sounds like they could help build up the numbers is where they can start at right now. And then, they got Van Acker is pretty solid. They had a couple of upper weights that got injured last year. Juan Cervantes is pretty solid kid for them. So hopefully they can fill the lineup and keep building on the numbers.
Yeah. And I forget, I know Harlem's got a few kids. Obviously, Harlem normally has pretty decent numbers, but again, the programs to keep, the guys that have been wrestling for 5 years, that hasn't been that consistent at a lot of programs. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, but the area is pretty good. Out west, you got Lena, Stockton Lena. They've got a few guys that are coming back that I'm excited about. We're going to have Buddy Staver on to kind of touch base on those guys. Returning state champ, returning state finalist, Eli Larson, and Haas. I think not Haas. I forget the name, but we're going to go through the Western conferences. But yeah, I'm excited for the season. I think there's going to be some. One thing I was thinking about. I really hope we can accomplish this year is to help create, the event of a dual meet, have some fun events to go to. I look around and I see a lot of people going to football games and stuff, and I'm kind of jealous of like how they can, get so many people to an event. I went to a middle school football game yesterday. There's a lot of people there. It's like, well, nobody really is there, fully. It's not like it's the most elite competition, but if we could get some of that this season, it would be exciting. I know every year we have a couple duels like that, but hopefully we can get some more consistency with that. But anything else in the wrestling world that is plaguing?
Yeah, how about the World
mind?
Championships?
Yeah. Tell me about
Rick,
it.
they did unbelievable.
Yeah, they did, right?
What's that?
I said they did unbelievable.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to get smoked.
I
was totally impressed.
What's funny is you say that is the guys who I thought weren't going to do well did very well, and the guys opposite, and that's the world of freestyle. People say what you want about Spencer Lee, but at that level of freestyle, anyone can get beat, and it's just how that sport works. Truthfully, if Lee medals, I think they could have won it.
They would have won it. Oh yeah. For sure.
So
or maybe they're heavyweight, at least win a match.
I was just going to bring him up. His style, I think if he continues, will do all right. But he's so aggressive, and he puts himself. He's powering through on shots, and that leads to 2 or 4 points for the opposing guy because they stop and they throw you. And you watch his match; everything was off his attacks.
Yeah. And what's his name's coming back too, right? The kid from Michigan, the heavyweight, Paris.
Yeah, he's done playing football. And,
he's done playing football. He's going to put his time into wrestling.
Yeah.
So that'll make a difference.
Yeah.
Help out.
Yeah, and again, I don't think
Hidley or Hildley.
Hidley, yeah, he's good.
Oh God, his finals match was awesome.
Oh my! Well, you know what?
I think.
Was it awesome, or was that inside? He got some USA officiating, don't you think?
That's all right.
Yeah.
He's an aggressor, man.
Hey, when you wrestle that hard for 6 minutes, you deserve to get a call here and there.
Sure, but
I think you watch some of the U.S. guys. I don't. It was kind of fun to watch. They just outworked guys.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You think, okay, so like Iran and those other countries that wrestling is like prominent. Wouldn't you think they'd be like, hey, maybe we should just get in a little bit better shape and tell the guys not to smoke cigarettes, right? Because they do. Some guys went to when the Olympics were in Atlanta. Some guys went down, and they said in between sessions they'd walk out, and the guys would be in their singlets smoking cigarettes after a match. It's like, what the hell? Get in shape. I mean, that's all it was, right?
Yeah.
It was total shape oriented, and they just nonstop. It's awesome.
Yeah. It definitely helped that he has that I think that folk style grind.
He's got a hell of an underhook.
Yeah, that underhook to knee pick, he just kept hitting it and kept hitting it and kept hitting it.
Valencia looked.
Can you believe the jump he's made?
Yeah.
I mean, just like, oh my God. Is it all because of Oklahoma State? I don't want to hear anything. But Dan, I'm talking to you. Do you think it's because he's at Oklahoma State?
I think it probably went a long way in his training. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I bet so too.
Obviously, the RTC's loaded. They have a lot of people to train with, and maturity I think helps with that too, right? Like if you're as you get out of college and you really have the opportunity to kind of I mean, you're only doing it because you have goals. Like, so you're not staying there to just compete just to compete. So I think the environment plus maturity. I mean, he looked good. Like, he's a great example of how you can be unorthodox and have a lot of success. Like, he didn't do one traditional shot. Like, he would just do level changes and just misdirection shots, get to a leg and finish. Quite different than like say Hidley. He just wrestled completely different styles, but it looked really good for freestyle, that's for sure.
The one I think I was pretty happy for was Snyder.
Yeah, no shit. It was great.
You read, well, so-and-so wasn't there and this and that, but you know what? That guy seems like he's been on the national scene for 20 years.
Yeah.
Just grinding away, and all he does is win.
Yeah. And did you notice? I think he's actually smaller.
I don't think he's as big as he was either. Yeah. I think he's slimmed down.
Yeah, he's definitely.
He's the guy that he ran a marathon on a treadmill because somebody dared him.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it. I mean, I'm sure he's a nut.
I lose that there.
But the future holds good, though. I mean, I think it's just, guys are getting paid to stay and wrestle and work out and, become successful. And now, if they would just have it somewhere where you don't have to be up at 3 a.m. to watch it, I mean, it's such the worst fan-friendly thing there is the World Championship.
Well, when you watch and you look in the crowds, like there's hardly empty in there. There's other than the wrestlers and maybe a few people. It's like there's hardly anyone there, which is crazy.
Yeah, I still do not. I mean, I think I don't understand why it's not in the United States. Like,
I can tell you why. Because half those guys would stay in the United States.
Oh, they can't.
They'd live up in Wyoming or somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
Well, let's talk about this. How many of them live in the United States, right? We had, Gomez wrestled and Roman Bravo Young wrestled and Micic wrestled. And I'm sure if we look, there's a few others too.
So
it's always funny. You see those guys. Sorry, Marty. They're competing for another country, but it's, their college coaches are in their corner coaching.
Right.
Like, why is Bourmet in the corner for? Where's Miches? Serbia or wherever. It's
I think so,
yeah.
Like that's just it's crazy to me. It's like it's like I wrestled for Oklahoma State, but I'm training at Iowa. So when I put the Okie State, I still got Brand's going to come sit in my corner and coach for me.
Like a year or so before the COVID or whatever it was, they had the duels at Corville, where they had 8 teams from all the different countries, and Iran was there then because we didn't have conflicts with them and crap like we do now, whatever it is. But I walked into the bathroom and there were 2 guys in singlets taking pictures of the sink and the water running in them. They were like mesmerized. They were like, oh my God. They were like talking to each other and they're getting the pictures. And then they went over to the urinal and took a picture of the urinal.
Yeah.
Just think of that. I mean, like that kind of stuff, it's just.
And they were just from Iowa.
Yeah.
They were not. They were from Iran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have running water up in southeast Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Or northeast Iowa.
Northeast.
Sorry.
Let's go get it straight. Northeast.
I apologize. Southeast is a little bit
Southeast.
closer to Quad Cities.
You just belittled me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm still. I think from the marketing standpoint, I just don't know why they don't just put it in the United States just to make
Right.
sure there's stands
Well,
are filled. The media, the
I guess
media,
so.
all wrestling media exists in the United States. It doesn't like nobody's talking
Right.
about wrestling in those other countries the way that they're talking about it in the United States. So, yeah, I am curious about that. I was just talking to Eric Barnett about the World Cup and how I don't know, is it gone? Is it not gone?
That's
is
where
it?
I was at. Was the World Cup?
Yeah.
That was the duels. Yep. And then the following year they had it again, and about 4 weeks before it was supposed to start, they canceled it.
Yeah.
And they said it was too close to the Olympic year or whatever the heck was going on. So I wish they'd get it going again.
Yeah. Yeah, that and geopolitics. Maybe get out of the of the
Right.
way so we could have everybody compete in wrestling.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like with the World Championships, a lot of the Russian athletes weren't competing because of the geopolitics, and that's kind of sucks because there's so many good matchups between some of those guys, and they just didn't get to wrestle because of whatever reason. And wrestling's wrestling. We like to see the best competitors compete. So
And the national duels coming up too.
yeah. Speaking of, so what are you guys' thoughts on it? You guys still thinking about going out there?
Oh, I don't know. It's going to be televised, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be televised. Sometimes it's better to watch it.
Yeah. Did you see the commercial for it with John Smith and Dan Gable?
No.
No.
Oh man.
Where's
Hold
that
on.
Commercial like where? Where's this commercial
Hold
being
on.
run?
Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys because this is probably, I swear to God, whoever did this commercial, they actually did like, I mean, it's a hilarious commercial. I don't know who did it, whose idea it was. It's by far the greatest wrestling commercial ever. At
Will it
least
be put like? Is it going to be on ESPN? Is it going to be on some broadcasting thing, or is it going to be on
Flow.
good question.
Flow?
Good
I mean,
question.
truthfully, if they want to get bigger, it's got to be on ESPN or something, right? That
Right.
everyone has access. If you put it on Flow, then you have to pay. I mean, which is the way of the world right now.
Flow's got me all confused anyhow. Plus, track
Well, they
wrestling.
just-
What's that going?
They just bought Track Wrestling, which
Yeah.
They did that a
don't-
while
I
ago,
haven't
right?
tried to look anything up yet, but I mean, I think they should have stayed separate. Flow, you just cover live
Yeah.
events and let Track do what Track does the best. Is
Yeah. They should
run
take
back.
some knowledge from the Big Ten network. They do such a great job of showing duels and
Yeah.
All right, so you guys can take a minute if you got your phones and just watch this video. We'll cut it. We'll cut while you guys watch. We'll cut that out.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought whoever came up with that was a clever little. Yeah, I thought that was just clever. They did a good job on that. But
you know what else I kind of like that he's kind of back in the room a little bit too. John Smith is.
yeah, are you sure he's back in the room?
Yeah, they said that he's a volunteer assistant.
Yeah, but
Well,
you know
I
how
thought
that
he
role
was the
goes.
lead program.
Yeah.
I think he's just use. I mean, again, why wouldn't he use his name and recognition to build a program and be around it? He spent a couple decades doing it, and there's no reason to have him around. As far as, I mean, if he's still capable of wrestling, he's probably still able. So of course
There's
he
no
probably
capable. It doesn't have to be capable of wrestling, just to have that voice and that demeanor.
Well, let's say Dan Gable's not really capable of showing much. John Smith
No.
probably still can get on the
he
mat
can probably
and
show a
move,
little.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm again. I think Dan's a little bit in the role of promoter of the sport. As he ages. John Smith's still transitioning into that spot. So.
Yeah, that's like a little takeover. When Gable can move on, Smith becomes that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
base
for
to promote
sure.
it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
But yeah, the national duels I think are going to be a great event. I'm excited for them. I think that's just another event that creates spectacle around some of these programs. You know, the colleges are getting bigger. You know, one thing I do want to talk to you guys about is the change in the landscape with NIL. I'm starting to think that this is actually going to really enhance some of these other programs because they're not some of these programs aren't allowed. They're not able to recruit 20 of the best guys anymore. They only can recruit maybe 10, 15, maybe 15, right? And then they're somebody mentioned this the other day that said, it looks like Iowa's recruiting the practice room and buying the starting lineup. Now that's just with Iowa, but in general, it looks like all these other programs are going to get the benefit of not, they're just not going to be able to get three deep. They're only going to get one deep at each
Right.
weight class. So
For sure.
Yeah.
I think it's going to create some parity in the lineup. But that was a little shot at Iowa, I think, but other people are doing it, but Iowa seems to be really, really focused on the transfers and less focused on the incoming freshmen. But those are your Hawkeyes, Marty, so you can defend them if you want.
I'm
I
not
think
defending.
that's the college landscape. If you
It
talk to
is.
any college coach at any sport, they talk about needs. Hey, we need a. I heard a coach the other day in football. He goes, I know our quarterback's going right away. We're looking at that transfer portal, seeing who's put their name in there and who we can reach out to.
Yeah.
You know,
But they're still
it's
probably,
hurting high school kids a little bit because unless you're that 5-star recruit at any level, you're the middle of the row. You're probably not getting the same looks you used to get. For the
yeah.
simple fact, hey, we need a 25-pounder. Who wasn't happy? Who's put their name in? Let's go get them. But hey, if everyone else is doing it and you're not doing it, then you're not competing.
That's true.
Yeah, but I think some programs are going to the high school. Like, again, there's a difference between transfer portal and 5-star recruit. 5-star recruit
Right.
is a really good athlete, but I'm saying some of those 5-star recruits aren't as good as a transfer. So some of these
That's
smaller,
yeah.
so
Right. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so some of these smaller programs
if
are
you're
actually going to
throwing,
be able to get that 5-star recruit when they used to not be able to.
right. Yeah. 100%. Because if you're going to throw a bunch of money out, you can throw it at that 5-star recruits coming out of high school who did everything in high school. But I also have Marty Kaiser over here who just AA'd for, Iowa State. Let's throw our money on someone who's already proven themselves at the next level and talk to this kid about coming in still.
Yeah.
I think last year the Hawkeyes had two guys at national score 1 point, and they both were making
Woo.
quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
So that was not their world's best investment. But you don't know that injuries are going to happen. But still,
Yeah.
It's something unique.
So, do you guys have any, let's see, dark horse teams or individuals that you think are gonna, have a good season this year at the college level?
Oh, I haven't paid enough attention yet, but
Yeah, I really like Iowa's heavyweight, Ben Cooter.
Yeah.
I think he could be in top 3. He's got a full year of wrestling. He's healthy. He's freaking. I hear he's 250,
Yeah.
6'5". But I like him a lot. I mean, I just like his demeanor and the way he is, and I think he's going to be tougher than hell.
So is Iowa going to beat Iowa State, or is Iowa State gonna beat
Iowa's
Iowa?
going to. I mean, it depends where that. If their full lineup, Iowa, with their full lineup, they're going to be tougher than shit.
yeah.
I mean, I really think so.
But that could be right away a really good heavyweight match, right? The Bastida
Yeah,
kids back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I've heard. I think the Iowa State people are pretty confident that they're going to beat Iowa this year.
Well,
Well, I
they
think
say that every year,
The last couple of years when they should have beat them, and
right?
I mean, they've had some teams go their way and they still couldn't pull it out.
Yeah.
I still, Kevin Dresser, I think he's just phenomenal for Iowa State and for wrestling, but I don't know. It's gonna be a great duel. I think it's earlier in the year too. Now I think it's in November or December they're wrestling right away.
Yeah, and I think it's in Ames this year, right? Or is it?
Let's
Let's check it out.
It might be at Iowa.
Didn't they used to do home and away?
Yeah, two. They wrestle each other twice a year. Oh, it's great.
Back in the day. Same was like Oklahoma State. I thought they used to do.
They still do it.
Oh, do they? They still do?
Yeah, I think they do home and away. Yeah.
That's Oklahoma. I'd ask to get out of one of them.
Wait, hold on a second. Am I looking at the right thing? Right now, hold on. I'm looking at the schedule. 2025, 2026 men's wrestling schedule, University of Iowa. Iowa State is not on it.
They probably just have the conference duels so far. They haven't done the non-conference.
Okay, so they haven't figured out a date then?
Yeah, it's if you looked at all the schools and their schedules,
no,
they don't even have them close to being filled out ready yet.
No.
Oh yeah.
I like to plan my trips to Madison early so I know, and I'm getting nothing. I should call Tony.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I that would be a fun duel to go to, Iowa State. I think it's going to be a good one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think Iowa State's going to be the breakout team, right? That's my pick. I think Iowa State is
breakout for what though?
Just a
top 10
team title, or not team title, but a team trophy. I mean, top 4. I mean, at the end of the day, Penn State is probably going to run away with number 1. If you look at their lineup, it is unbelievable. Yeah. They're going to have 2 guys at a couple weight classes that both could win nationals, which is a huge advantage. One goes down, the other pops in, wins nationals. And so I think Penn State just is going to be heavily favored. I think, Nebraska, Iowa, Okie State, Iowa State, NC. I don't know where NC State's ranking with their lineup, but Ohio State
have a pretty solid lineup, right?
Yeah, Ohio State's got some good firepower this year, and like I said, the heavyweight opened up a little bit, so that Feldman's actually probably going to be in a better position this year than he was last year. Last year he was young. Obviously they had Gable and Hendrickson and a couple others, but yeah, Ohio State could find a way to put themselves out there. I don't know where Michigan lines up this year. I'm sure Minnesota, their lineup was young last year. That Mac.
Yeah, I saw them. They got a pretty good lineup. They always do, though.
Where'd the kid from Ohio State end up? He was a runner-up 2 years ago. Didn't wrestle last year.
That Welsh?
Yeah, Rocco.
He's at Penn State.
Yeah. He filled a nice hole for him.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have a hole. They had Zach Ryder at Penn State going to step in, and then they decided to bring in Rocco Welsh, and Zach Ryder's at Okie State. So, I guess that's what I'd say. I mean, I think Iowa State's probably in the position to emerge as the potential, 3rd or 4th place finish with some of these other Big Ten schools. Mizzou, no, they're not probably.
No.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Well, I'm glad you're thinking that way with Iowa State, but I just don't see it yet.
Yeah, well, again, if you look at their lineup, I think their lineup.
I guess it comes down to is depth for them. If they last year they looked really good on paper at the beginning, and then injuries come, and if you don't have, like you said, if you don't have 1 to 2 guys in that room at each weight ready to go, then
Well, Iowa State. So just off the top of my head, Iowa State got Steve Poulin from Northern Colorado, and he was an All-American. They got the Frost brothers at 33, or at least one Frost, Evan Frost, and then Enchimendia is either
I like him.
41 or 49. No, he's at 41. And then you got the Jacob Frost at 49, or Pinero Johnson.
I like him too.
And then you got Zerbin, Vinny Zerbin. I don't know how he did.
He's a qualifier. I think he's a Northern Colorado guy too. I thought.
You got MJ Gatan, Aiden Riggins.
That's a hole if they can't fill where Riggins is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What weight's that? 65.
That's
65. Yeah, I don't know. They have a couple kids that I'm not for Connor Uton. I think Connor Uton is the potential starter. Um, EW, and then Rocky Elam. He's a transfer from Mizzou.
Oh, that's right.
He's
Yeah,
number 2 in the country.
97-pounder, right?
Yeah, and then Younger
Yeah,
Bastida. So I mean, I think Iowa State's really trying to make a move here.
that's good for them.
Yeah.